Now it's time that we make the head. And as you can see, I've chosen quite a blocky shape, which means it's a fairly easy shape for us to create. The shape that we're going to start with is going to be a cube. So I'll just create a new cube. It's going to be inside the torso, so I'll just put my move tool on to get it so that I can see where it is. And then make sure that I can see the head in these views, just so that I can get this cube roughly positioned. And then I'm going to need to size it up. So that looks like a pretty good size. We can see here that it needs to come forward a little bit and also up a little bit. I'll just bring the scale back down. Okay, that's a pretty good start. Next thing we need to do is reduce the size of the face at the back. So I'll go into face mode for that. Select that one face, and then I'm just going to scale it down until it kind of looks right. It's going to have to come forward a little bit and also up a little bit. That looks pretty nice. Just check that I'm happy with it in the top view as well. Not bad. And the whole shape, actually, I do remember I decided that I wanted it a little bit wider than I did tall. It's not quite square. Okay, that's a good start. Now you can see we've got kind of this inset for the screen that makes up our little robot dude's face. So we're going to do that by going into face mode, get the face at the front, and then we're going to extrude that. And just add an offset, whatever looks good to you. So something like that. I'll extrude again, and then I'm just going to bring the thickness in so that we've got a bit of kind of separation from the frame and the screen. And as for the modelling, that's pretty much done. What we need to do now is work out how this is going to be smoothed, the same as we did with the torso. So I'm going to need to be in edge mode for this, and I'll need to press 3 to see what the shape is currently previewing like. So that's it. You can see it's not quite there yet. It's a little bit too rounded. So I'm going to work on the edges at the back first. I've still got object symmetry on the x-axis, so that means that I can select the top and bottom, and I only need to select one side. It'll select both for me. And then we're going to go to Mesh Tools, turn on the Crease tool, and then I'm probably going to use this view here to see how this lines up, and then just push it back so that I get this same kind of curve, which is something like that. I might need to just move things and resize them later, but I'm just trying to get it close at this stage. Next, I need to control how square it looks, so I'm just going to double click on that edge there. You can see that it's got all the way, and it's got the one on the other side because of the symmetry. I'll hold shift and do that on the bottom as well. So now you can see I've got all of those edges selected, and now I'm just going to go middle mouse button and drag until the shape looks about right. And for this one, this view here is going to be my friend. Again, I want to get the same sort of curve. Oh. That looks pretty close. Next, we need to select this edge loop and then hold shift and select this edge loop. And then I need to get the kind of rounding on the front here. So it's got a bit of rounding going on. That looks pretty close. And then these 4 edges in the middle are actually just completely hard because we want a good separation between the frame and the screen. And as you can see, we are now pretty close to getting this shape. So all I need to do, I think, is go into vertex mode, and then I'm going to move some of these vertices a little bit just to get the shape that I want. And I think all of these on the bottom just need to come down a bit. Well, at the front they did, not the back. I'll move that back up. That's pretty close. Now then, I just need to do one more thing, which I forgot to do when I created the shape. So let's put this back into object mode. And then go to my channel box. I need to name this cube. So we're going to call it head, which is a fairly sensible name really. Oh, doesn't need a capital D. There we go. And that is now done. So we've now got our torso and our head. We're going to leave the smoothing preview on because we want to see how this is going to turn out, but we're not going to be applying the smoothing yet. In the next part, we're going to model this bit here, which we'll call his hips. So let's move on to that. I'm able to continue making these videos thanks to the ongoing support of my amazing Patreon community. If you'd also like to support Game Dev Academy via Patreon, then check out the link in the description below. Thank you.